You got to continue to focus on the next one, and we have to finish the job.
We'll be back here for Game 7. I believe that.
Feel like the champ already, I'ma win it. I can feel it when I step up in the building, man. They know I'm finna kill it.
Ace Trey, another than three for Trae Young.
Game so vicious, going hard when I'm in it. 1-on-1.
Wow, Steph Curry can't be stopped. Lobs. Oh, Collins with one hand.
Sideways 8, I will not stop.
We're going back to Philly. The Sixers force Game 7.
The Milwaukee Bucks settling down to watch who their opponent will be in the Eastern Conference Finals as the Hawks and Sixers battle in a Sunday Game 7. Caesars William Hill favoring Philly by 7. The Hawks are 0-9 all-time in Game 7s on the road. That is worst in NBA history. Here's Dave McMenamin with more.
2 years ago, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Tobias Harris were in the same situation they'll see on Sunday with the Sixers. Game 7 of the second round with a chance to advance to the conference finals. Only they lost to the Toronto Raptors on a buzzer beater from Kawhi Leonard. Doc Rivers, who lost the lone Game 7 he participated in as a player, said he's thought back to his loss, too.
I always try to put myself as what I thought as a player. And I know when I thought I played my best, I focused on the process, on what my job was for the game. Like, what are the roles? What do I need to do?
Just because Philadelphia's key characters have those Game 7 losses in their history doesn't mean they're fazed by the challenge against Atlanta. Rivers said Saturday after film session, quote, "I told those guys, I told them all the time. When you feel prepared, you feel freedom. And so the more we can prepare, the more they can be free on the floor."
Dave McMenamin, thank you much. Let's bring NBA analyst Bruce Bowen back in. Bruce, who wins Game 7 tonight and why?
Well, I have Philadelphia winning, and specifically because of all the things that have transpired during the course of this series, losing the 20-plus point game leads during those games and losing those games. I think it gives them that sense of urgency and realizing that they need to take care of business and be focused. Joel Embiid has been having a fantastic series, but you also saw the reemergence of Tobias Harris. When he's attacking the basket and doing things of that nature, it only allows this team to flow a little bit better. I just think the youth of the Hawks right now is the stumbling block for them. Now it's money time, and you have veterans on the Philadelphia side who have been in certain situations, and they want to change what has transpired in the past.
If the Sixers don't win, they will be the talk of the offseason. Bruce, you hang tight. We're going to have you break down the Western Conference Finals in just a second.
Yeah, so Game 1 tips off today at 3:30 on ABC. Chris Paul and Kawhi Leonard are both out for Game 1. Just the second time that both teams in a playoff series are missing an All-NBA star for Game 1 of a series. The Clippers are making their first conference finals appearance in franchise history. They've also won 4 in a row. They're a hot team in eliminating the Jazz. That's their longest postseason win streak in the history of the Clippers. And Caesars William Hill has the Suns as 4-point favorites in Game 1 on their home floor. And worth noting that Phoenix has won 8 straight as the betting favorite, all of which brings us back to Brucey Bowtie. So the Suns have not played in an entire week. Clippers went 6 against the Jazz. Leaders of both teams are out. Chris Paul for the Suns still in that COVID protocol. Kawhi, he's missing his 3rd straight game. So how did those absences respectively affect this series in the early going?
Well, you know what? If it was in the first round, Hannah, it would affect them tremendously. But fortunately for both teams, you still have your go-to stars who have been able to get them to this point. Now, talking about the Clippers, you talk about Paul George and what he's been able to do as far as being more comfortable in that role of being a go-to guy, understanding when he needs to get points and understanding when he needs to get others involved. This is a role that he's familiar with. So that's what you have with the Clippers. And then on the flip side, the emergence of Devin Booker going beyond star now. His ability to create shots is special because he came into the game being a shooter, but now he's facilitating and giving the ball up to guys in different positions. But it all started in the bubble for the Phoenix Suns. When they went to the bubble, they had a different mentality, and I love what Monty Williams has been able to do with this ball club as far as implementing accountability and respect of the game.
Well said. You can't give him enough props. Clips won 2 out of 3, by the way, between the teams in the regular season. And the one game that the Suns won, Kawhi Leonard did not play in that one. Interesting. So Game 1 today at 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Bruce, enjoy your Father's Day. Thanks.
I will, Hannah.